Developing a hand injury from having to write down all the turnovers this team forced. 5, 6, 7, 8. Absolutely unbelievable. I hope he'll recover.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Play action. Now Wilson. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. They go play action with Wilson. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. A well-designed corner blitz that gets him for a loss of 8 yards.
Jack Fox out to punt here on 4th down.
This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And that'll hit and go out of bounds, so they'll start just outside their own 40-yard line. Very good starting field position for the Jaguars offense as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. DeJuan Smoot with the tackle.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Well, you know, this club, there were some reports earlier in the week, and most have heard this by now, the so-called unnamed sources that were saying all is not rosy in that locker room. There's whispers that 1 or 2 guys, CD, have kind of had enough of how things are going and have been going. How would you handle that as a coach?
Well, you and I both know all the coaches that we've dealt with and come in contact with. They'd love to get their hands on those unnamed sources, wouldn't they? But they know that that's not possible. So I think they've got to go in there and make sure that this isn't a distraction. They also know that once the grumbling starts, it becomes a slippery slope and it's hard to stop the fall. But I think you need to sit some guys down and say, hey, look, we're still hoping to be a playoff team this year. We need you guys to be bought in with what we're doing. Come on, let's get on board.
McFarland, his first carry of the ball game.
He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th. So the kick from here on a field goal would have been right at 53 yards, but instead, offense out there. They're going for it. They snap it to Herbert. They'll roll him out right. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Juan Thornhill. And the Niners force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. Not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon, intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school, he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession. Let's see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got to look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 46. From the shotgun, Wilson. This one complete to Mecole Hardman. Touchdown, 49ers. Mecole Hardman, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the 49ers on just 2 plays have taken the lead. Extra point by Butker is on target. And it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Out of his end zone comes Andy Isabella. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10.
Well, Jones with a nice burst there on 1st down as he'll be taken down, but not before a gain of 7 yards.
He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. And what they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert.
That's complete to Justin Jefferson.
And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Now a 1st down carry by Jones. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. In on the stop, it was Tarvarius Moore. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Justin Herbert looking to pass. He finds his man, complete. That's Ray. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be 3rd down.
When you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
He finds his man, complete. That's Ray. Yeah, he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the 1st down.
They go back to the ground with Jones. And not a lot of daylight, not really any daylight inside, as he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up 2nd down. After 7-0 on EA Sports.
Second and 10.
And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Seventh play of this drive coming up, and a long way to go on third down. Here's Herbert. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Herbert operating from the red zone. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Justin Reed. And the 49ers are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just have good ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Wilson, flush to his right. Campbell making the catch. And he's able to get up here to the 26. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
An extra defensive back in the game now here for 3rd and 4. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. It's caught, it's Miller. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
They go play action now. Wilson. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown, 49ers. Mecole Hardman. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the 49ers add 6 to their lead. Now, he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the 2nd quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
Extra point by Butker is on target, and it's now 14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And this will be a touchback, no return from Isabella. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Derek Brown. He's the culprit, dropping him for a 2-yard loss.
behind the chain, 2nd and 12.
The give is to Jones. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30.
You got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Herbert. And he's got his man, Marquise Brown. And he will have a Jaguars first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
As a wideout, when you take that handoff and you're coming around the edge, you're expecting to see nothing but empty space in front of you. But if not...
Well, things can go south in a hurry, and that's exactly what we saw on that play with a loss. On 2nd and 11 now. Herbert, though, going for Jefferson downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Love the idea, love the concept, but you got to leave a little room on the sideline so he can fade into it when he makes the catch. That was thrown too close to it for the receiver to make a play.
Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
So a couple of first downs on this drive, but it's looking like another empty possession.
And those empty possessions are certainly starting to pile up. So the adjustments that teams talk about all the time have to be taking place. They've got to analyze what's breaking down and figure a way to fix it.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the 49ers will take over deep in their own territory.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that, right?
Yeah, he said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. And now consider the lead. The question is, how much is good enough? Are you going for more?
It's the NFL. There's never enough, I believe, because they get reeled in all the time when you sit on the ball. I think that they will try and move the ball downfield and try and squeeze a few more points out of this first half. They'll be careful. They'll be a little bit cautious at times, but also they will attack downfield and try and get in position for at least 3 points.
To throw on 2nd and 6, Wilson.
He'll get this complete to Kadarius Toney.
The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. Play action. It's Wilson. He's going to air one out. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. William Jackson with a pick.
So this is something we didn't see at all. From this offense in the victory last week, that's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it was a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as it comes with 22 seconds to go here at half number 1. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Jones running on first down, but finding it pretty tough going as he'll get forward for only about 3 there before he's taken down. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Out of the gun, Herbert. Dancing to his left. And that went a little too high as it's knocked away and incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
Facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Here's Herbert. He's going deep for Brown. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here. The final shot before the break for Herbert. He's going to go up top again. And this is caught inside the 5. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
That certainly went against the traditional ways of playing football, but who cares? Look at the result. Big touchdown.
They went for it on their own side of the 50. So there's conservative, there's aggressive, and there's really aggressive, which is what we just saw there. Tip of the cap to them.
So we've hit halftime here in Santa Clara with the 49ers out in front. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. The Jaguars with work to do. They trail here as we are back underway on EA Sports. And we will not see a return to start the half as this will be a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they're on the short end of the scoreboard here. Charles, what adjustments, if any, do you think they need to make for the second half?
Well, paraphrasing the gold medal hockey winning coach Herb Brooks, I just say you continue to play your game. Throw the ball. They had success doing it in the first half, so make sure you keep getting the ball to your playmakers, a little bit more to the perimeter perhaps, but above all, play your game.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Here's a give to Jones running left. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll run it with Jones. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 72 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. They'll run on 1st down. Kramer, and he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. From the shotgun, a give to Jones. He'll get about 4 here, down to the 43-yard line.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. They'll go again to Jones. And he's going to have the 1st down at about the 38. Well, they gave themselves options there on the 3rd down play and were able to convert on that RPO.
Shows a lot of trust with the guy taking the snap, doesn't it? Because you're counting on him to make the right reads and give the ball where it's supposed to go. And he did on that play.
Play action this time for Justin Herbert. And this is caught. It's Brown. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. This will be caught once again by Brown. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
On 2nd down, it's Jones. And here he'll get it down to the 7.
The running game's played a huge part in getting him down to this point on the field. I say stay with it. Keep pounding the football. Keep driving. Keep grinding.
Yeah, even down in the red zone, keep going for it.
No doubt about it. Dance with what brung you.
Now Jones. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown.
Aaron Jones
with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Jaguars are within an extra point of tying this one up. No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. So all square here in this 3rd quarter as the kick's away.
And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
Their halftime lead now evaporated. We're back to level following that touchdown a moment ago.
And that shouldn't change the mindset a whole lot from an offensive perspective because they already knew this was going to be a hard-fought game. Now they just need to go out, execute their game plan, and keep moving.
And he's going to hook up with his big tight end, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Throwing now, Wilson on first down, eluding the pressure right. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Off the play fake, here's Wilson. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds.
Not only did we just see back-to-back nice gains, but we're also seeing the confidence rise, not just for the guy who caught it, but the guy throwing it as well.
And these back-to-back catches here out of the backfield, that can set something up downfield in a later sequence, right?
A lot of the time, it starts to draw the defense closer to the line of scrimmage. So to your point, show this swing pass, show this check down. Maybe later on you heave one deep when you catch him close to the spot.
And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. They'll throw on first down with Wilson. Sliding out of the pocket, letting one go deep for the end zone. And it's complete in the end zone. Touchdown 49ers. A great effort there. His second touchdown on the season. And the 49ers have now taken the lead.
Extra point by Butker, his own target.
And the lead is now 21-14. After the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
Isabella not going to risk a return here, and they'll start at the 25.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this fourth quarter. Plenty of time on the clock.
And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
On the jet sweep, here comes Jefferson.
And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming. Herbert now. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked by Tarvarius Moore. Wow, between last week and this week, that's now 8 interceptions. 5 a week ago, now 3 here.
Well, he is so lucky that one of the defense coordinators I played for, a man named Ken Donahue, is not there right now. Because he saw that happen during his coaching career, and he grabbed a quarterback in the midst of a streak like this and said, tell you what, son, why don't you throw it to the defensive guys, and let's see if our receivers can intercept it.
Well, he's got to figure something out because the current formula's not working. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Right back to him on first down. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. And he'll give it here to his running back. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year.
And the Niners are closing in on a 4-1 start as they extend their fourth quarter lead.
Butker on for the PAT. He's got it as they double up the lead. This one's now 28-14. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
Isabella now from his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Escaping the pressure right.
Oh, going for Jefferson downfield.
He's got a man complete. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. It's a big play for the Jaguars.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
Jones.
And he'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown.
Aaron Jones.
His second touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year.
And the Jaguars have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth.
Point after, right down the middle. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They've been rolling the last couple of drives, each inning in touchdowns. So this game is flipped. They were down. Now they're up with the football. We'll see how they handle it.
Can we get a spy on the headset now between the head coach and offensive coordinator? Because they've been in attack mode. Had to get back into the game. Now they have the lead. Do you stay on the attack? Or do you dial it back a little bit to try and protect this lead?
Well, my cop-out answer would be somewhere in the middle. I think it's going to be a fine line, is it not?
I think you're exactly right, but I do think if they can stay aggressive and keep them on their heels, they'll be best served that way.
And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. Charles, did I just hear that right? They declined the personal foul. 3 yards, they just declined them.
And I have to think that the official is thinking to himself, did I just hear that correctly, that you declined that one? All I can think of is that someone on the field got confused.
Must have.
It had to, because you're going to take the yards on that penalty each and every time.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's going to take this across midfield into Jacksonville territory. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave it with a 2nd and 3. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. Now Wilson on first down. He'll buy some time right. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
I like his thought process and his ability to move and get downfield. But what I didn't like was the final decision, to go out of bounds. They want to keep the clock moving. Instead, they give the defense an extra timeout.
Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2. Here's Wilson. Out to his left. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game.
So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. On first down, it's Campbell. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Throwing now is Wilson. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
Well, he was really focused downfield, but there was really no viable options. The coverage was too good.
And the defense really quickened the tempo of that play with their pass rush because there was nowhere for him to go with the football. The only place he ended up, down on the ground.
So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive. On the handoff, here's Campbell. And he'll get this to the 23, but that'll be well short of what he needed. Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. Butker's kick here is good. So after 4 touchdowns in the game for this offense, this time they're forced into taking the 3.
But you did mention 4 touchdowns, right? So 4 out of 5, not too bad. I think that's a pretty good record for them.
After the field goal, here's Butker to kick it away.
And this will be a touchback, no return from Isabella.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And we have seen a lot on the scoreboard here in this quarter. So sometimes you talk to me about tendency breakers on offense. These defenses struggling. Are there tendency? And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Picked off at the 18. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. Now Wilson. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. William Jackson with a pick. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. That had disaster written all over. You've got a right-handed quarterback, a rolling left, and throwing it pretty far downfield.
It's really difficult to do, to try and get your body twisted around into the proper position and get anything on the ball as you heave it downfield. And that's what it actually turns into, a heave. And that's not really a good throw, is it?
Not good, and we saw the result. Herbert. Flushed out right. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked by Tarvarius Moore, and a return across midfield and to the 46-yard line. He got outside the pocket there trying to improvise, and he was calling for the ball downfield, but still the interception.
I think what happened, he did call for the ball thinking that he was open, but I think the quarterback spotted him too late. And that margin that he had on the defenders, that got eaten up, and they came up with the interception.
Wilson to throw. He's got a man. It's his tight end. That's complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. There's Wilson. And it's caught. Touchdown 49ers. Mecole Hardman, 23 yards for the touchdown.
And the 49ers are about to make it 4 straight as they add to this fourth quarter advantage. Extra point by Butker is on target.
And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
Isabella now from his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled it to 20. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And their 4-game win streak very much in jeopardy as they go to work here late with a 1st and 10.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And the Niners get there and bring him down. Dwayne Smoot. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. One last throw here for Herbert. He's going to let it fly. And now here's another interception. Dante Jackson picks it. So the victory here for San Francisco, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime,